Hey, I'm Todd. Thanks for choosing to watch my video, and if you would subscribe it, like it, all that stuff, that'd be great. Otherwise, enjoy the video, and I hope it gives you the information you need and is helpful to you. Take care. 2012 Chrysler 200 front fascia removal for air conditioning condenser and probably for radiator as well. Got these two-piece clips, pull the center out, and then you can get the rest out, and they come apart in two pieces usually. And there's a couple 10mm bolts as well. You pull them out of here. 10mm bolt. Getting ready to lift it up the vehicle. You need to take this out too. 8mm bolt. Just a hose to pull off right there. And a 10mm bolt here. And there's a clip in here. Just should be two rubber friction fit deals down there. We'll just have to pull up on it and it should come free. Wiring harness is stuck here. Wiring harness stuck. I'll have to pull that out from the assembly. $7mm bolts in here in the wheel well. Yeah, it's funny how you walk around and suddenly, hey, I don't feel terrible. All these bolts here. We'll just peel this edge. I'm going to bend this back a little bit to release it, and then it'll pull out. See a little piece sticking out here, a little nub. So you got to pull it back a little bit on both sides, and it'll come off.
How am I supposed to remove this component behind and pick another component?
Everything's disconnected.
I'll let you have it.
I'm removing these plastic push pins here to remove these air guides Up here, we'll probably take out 10mm bolts here, 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 and over here. Probably take that bar out, make it a little easier to take these off. We'll do the same on this side as well. You can see my condenser's leaking pretty good. Transmission line connectors. Yeah. Inspection. The metal clips in here, you can pick out retainer clips, pick out with a pick. Or if you have a special tool laying around, you can use a special tool and remove it. See if it works. Use my special tool and remove these clips, but you can actually pull them out too. I'll show what the clip looks like later probably. 10mm bolt out here, 10mm bolt out here, 13mm nut here off, 13mm nut off here. Now they certainly don't give you a lot of clearance here. And they want you to take off, this is just a little extension they want you to take off on this end. If it was my vehicle, personal vehicle, I'd probably just do a little trimming on this so there's a much smaller lip, because there's not a lot of room to lift up on this, because you want to lift it up to get it off these brackets, of course. If it was my personal car, I'd probably trim it down so I could lift it up and probably be able to slide it to the driver's side and probably would be able to get it out. But we're going to keep going here. Radiator bracket screws, Torx bit here, and Torx bit here. T25 Torx bit. So we're going to have to remove the cooling fan. So we've got a couple friction fit pins here and here. Pulled them out of the little holes down here. And then we'll disconnect the electrical. I'm sure this is a good spot right here. More friction fit. A couple connectors down here on the fans. They don't make it really easy. You're going to have to stick a small screwdriver in there and pry the connector apart. Push down on this piece right here and separate this. Maybe get this out of the way a little bit. Pull the friction fits out of their slot here. Down there as well, and then we'll get those out. You can see the cooling fan slides in the slot on each side. Alright, so we just had to remove 5 1/4-inch little screws down here. To remove the wiring harness assembly out of the way, see the little eyelets. So get this out of the way. Use a screwdriver to pry this out of here. Screwdriver out.
Maybe we'll even pull that out there. And then we can maybe slide this cooling fan assembly up and out of here. Might have to pry this back a little bit to get it to come out. And since we've got our radiator mount screws out, we can push this forward some here, looks like, and hopefully give us the space we need to pull it out. They want you to take the radiator hose. It may help get their cooling fan out, but I'm not sure we need to yet, so I'm going to leave it alone. If I don't have to spill coolant, I'm not going to. Just took the dipstick out so I don't break the yellow. Might take this plastic strip off. It's a little wide, might help remove the cooling fan assembly.
Oh, sorry.
That's all right. Open. Just come out.
Well, can you check it all on that side?
Oh, it's probably underneath the radiator hoses as well.
How stupid. So, hey,
Well,
Todd,
maybe it's enough.
you trim those taps a little bit.
Just having the cooling fan back enough might allow you to push the radiator back and then get the condenser out. And we might actually go ahead and take that 13 millimeter nut off so we can remove that stupid AC short extension they talk about in the directions. There's a 10 millimeter bolt holding this line on. So I am in here with my 10 millimeter, loosening it up. I get far enough I can reach from the other side and probably take it out. So that's what's going on in here. Got that off, got the nut on the other side off. There's the line. Make sure you get to replacement, get some replacement gaskets is best. 10 millimeter bolt coming out here. The piece, I was able to push back on the radiator enough assembly here to get it to come out. Nice slot for the bolt that we took out. So there it is in there. Just want to show you it's coming out. I'll have to push the radiator forward some more. It's kind of tucked up in there. Maybe you'd have a friend come over and help, maybe. Oop. There we go. I guess that's it. Fell out. Condenser removal 2012 Chrysler 200. All right, not too bad to put back together once you figured out how to get it out. Transmission line's back in place. One little tip is there are a couple little nubbies here on each side, I believe, right there and right there. And those fit on these shields here. Be aware of that when you're just trying to pull it off and everything being black. You can't really see it. Nubby. And nubby on this side, so be aware of that on each side. This car doesn't have fog lights, but if you do have fog lights, you'll need to disconnect the electrical connector on both sides for this Chrysler 200.